What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with some more NHL 16 and my New York Islanders GM Mode series. And today is the day. It is our round 3 matchup against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's our third season, and there is a chance we are going to our third straight cup final. And I don't know why. I really don't. I mean, you guys have seen the team. I'll show you the team again. I'll even show you the team strategies and the settings I have the game on. This is the team that just, swept the Montreal Canadiens. I do not know why. My God, am I happy about it. I mean, it is a very well-rounded, well-built team. 94 offense, 92 defense, 90 goaltending. So I guess it's not that big of a question, but team strategies, which I don't show off too much because I really don't mess with it too much. These have pretty much been the settings since the beginning of the series. No particular reason for some of this. I can tell you for a fact, like offensive pressure, when we had guys like Kuhlman, Grabovski, just wanting this team to be more offensive, but there's really no, trick or secret to any of these settings. It's just the way I kind of prefer to set it up and the way I'd want the team to play. But you guys know how the AI is in this game. Whether or not this even does anything or factors in, who the hell knows. But it's the way I have it set up. The D pairings are all the same with that current setup. And league settings, I mean, I'm not doing anything in particular. I do have penalties bumped. I discovered in the Vancouver series when penalties were neutral, the neutral on the bar there, we'd have like 78 power plays a season. And this bumps it up to about normal, what you would see in the real life NHL. Is there anything else in there? Not in particular. I meant to go to gameplay settings. That's what I meant to do. Not that there's anything even special in gameplay settings. We have the attribute effects slider all the way up, just so attributes actually mean something. That's if these settings even work. Broken stick frequency, I've kind of bounced back and forth between here. There's really no difference. Game speed's a little bit bumped. Fatigue effect and fatigue recovery have been changed just a little bit, just to actually, I find that keeps it a bit more realistic when you actually play, because that way if you keep your first line out there for way too long, they actually get tired and they start to not perform like first line players. But then of course the recovery is boosted so that you don't have 4 dead lines midway through the first period. Injuries are knocked down just a little bit, as you guys have seen in this series and in the Nations United series, which have the same exact settings. We've seen the injuries to guys like Hamhuis and Elvis Merzlikins. There are still plenty of injuries. Adam Pelech, for example, with a gigantic injury this year, but everything else is pretty much normal. AI learning, computer strategy adjustment, and user strategy all bumped, but nothing in particular there. The difficulty adjustment is down. I mean, I could boost that, but I don't know if that would make too big of a difference, to be honest. I mean, more difficult to play against. I'm not playing them, so I don't know. Let me know. I genuinely don't even know about that slider. I do on the offline settings. I'm pretty sure I have that bumped and have it on superstar difficulty just to, really get a challenge out of the game. But I'm not playing the actual game, so I don't know. Passing, the only thing that's been affected is saucer pass speed. Shooting one-timer accuracy has been docked just a little bit, but that is the only thing. Actually, what was that at the bottom? Yeah, slap shot power is the same. Checking, everything is normal. And goaltending, everything is normal. So I haven't done anything crazy with the sliders. This team has just been able to find success throughout this series. But let's not waste any more time. I don't know why I felt like showing that off. I just did. Let's look at the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have the better offense. They have the better defense. And we, of course, have the better goaltending. It is Stamkos against Tavares. And we will see. John Tavares was on an absolute tear in the last episode. And we will hope that he can do the same thing. Holy okay, needless to say, we have a challenge on our hands. Jonathan Drouin's up to a 93 overall. He only has 4 points thus far in these playoffs, but holy shit. Stamkos with 6 points thus far. He is a 95 overall, and they are with Nikita Kucherov, who has 6 points thus far at an 87 overall. That is a very, very scary first line. Second line, it doesn't get much better. It is Andre Palat, 88 overall with 5 points. Henrik Zetterberg, 87 overall with 5 points. And Ryan Callahan who has 4 goals thus far at an 86 overall. A very dangerous second line. Third line is Nemesnikov, 84 overall, with 5 points. Filppula, 89 overall on the third line because of Zetterberg, is absolutely tearing it up this postseason. And then Alex Killorn, 85 with 6 points. That is a hell of a contract he is on right now. And then the fourth line, we have Adam Erne, I believe is how you pronounce that. 4 points thus far in this postseason with an 84 overall. My God, I got to blow my nose again, but we'll hold off on that. There's another jump cut, you know why. Cedric Paquette, an 82 overall, 4 points thus far, and Michael Bournival, an 81 with 4 points thus far. It's dangerous, man. I mean, Bournival is obviously the weaker link. Don't just score hat tricks every game because I said that. But that is a very dangerous team. That top 9 is very, very scary. In the defense, it doesn't get much better. 94 overall. Victor Hedman with 3 points thus far. He plays with Anton Strawman. 89 overall. He has 4 points thus far. Slater Cuckoo, the greatest name in hockey. And 86 overall. He has 1 point thus far. He is with 87 overall Dylan Blugis. And the third pairing is 87 overall Braden Coburn. With 86 overall Jason Garrison. Wow, man. That is a very, very scary defense. It certainly rivals ours. I mean, it probably beats ours with Hedman and Strawman. Obviously, Nicoletti is an 89. He is our best defenseman. My God. The goalie, we of course know it's not Ben Bishop. It is Gudlevskis at an 85 overall. Vasilevsky, an 84. Do they have any injuries or scratched players? Nestorov at 83 is scratched, and Brian Hart at 83 is scratched. Why you would have Hart in over Bournival, I do not know. But what I do know is this is going to be a very, very tough challenge. And my God, we are, 7.5 minutes or so into this episode? Something like that. So let's not waste any more time. Let's finally get into this. I have wasted enough time. God damn it, I didn't mean to hit play game. But that is fine. What's a couple more seconds? It is game 1. We have home ice advantage. The Lightning at 8-1 record so far in this postseason. Let's see, though, what happens here. Game 1 in Brooklyn, first period, and it's Nikita Kucherov with the opening goal on former teammate Ben Bishop, outshot 14-8 in that period. So not exactly the ideal start, but obviously we have plenty of time to turn it around. Let's see, though, if we can here in the second. And oof, that's not good, is it? Braden Coburn and Jonathan Drouin, 2 goals in 22 seconds, made it a 3-0 game. Parento gets us on the board, so we have life heading in to the third period, but we are down 3-1. We got to stop the bleeding here, start scoring some goals. I'd like Michael Dalcall maybe to get on the board. We kill off that power play for Tampa. We are halfway through the period, still scoreless, and it's not looking too good for us here in game 1, but suddenly that changes. Johnny Boychuk with the goal. We have 3.5 to go. Can we get another one? We cannot. It is Jason Garrison with the empty netter. Boychuk made it interesting, but we drop game 1 by the score of 4-2. A 4-point performance for Jonathan Drouin. 31 saves for Kristers Gudlevskis. And that hurts. That's our first loss in quite a while. I am not too worried about the scouting. I mean, obviously we lost Game 6 against Pittsburgh, but we had won 5 straight games. That comes to an end, and the Lightning are now up to a 9-1 record in this postseason. If we fall down 2 games to none in this series, that could be it. I don't know if we'll be able to come back against a team that has this much offensive firepower. But let's hope for the best. It is game 2. It is the first period. And yet again, they escape the first with the lone goal. It is Michael Bournival on that fourth line. I guess now we know why he's in for Brian Hart. Second period, can we come back? We cannot. It is scoreless. And that sets up this third period. We could be in very big trouble, or maybe not, because the captain with the goal, the captain with another goal, both from pretty terrible angles. But John Tavares is a magician, and with 7 minutes to go, we have the lead for the first time in this series. 3 minutes to go. Can we get some insurance or just hold on in general? And we do. A big-time performance for John Tavares in that third period. That is what we have come to expect from him. And we take Game 2 by the score of 2-1. 38 saves for Ben Bishop. A hell of a job there. And the Islanders are not down and out yet. It is a tied series as we head to Tampa for the first time for game number 3. We're not going to make any lineup changes. We're just going to go for it. And we'll see what happens here. It's a battle of Titans, and let's hope we can come out on top here. So it is game 3. It is the first period, and once again, they get the better of us in the first period. It is Jonathan Drouin and Henrik Zetterberg, 2 goals on 7 shots. I believe in the first period of the last game, there were 30 shots combined in the first. This time, only 16, so you never know with this sim. Second period, can we turn it around? And Jesus Christ, can we? Andrew Ladd, Michael Dalcall, and 26 seconds later, Shane Prince, again from the sideboards. And we have suddenly turned this series on its head. It's a 3-2 lead heading into the third period. That was ridiculous. Drouin, Zetterberg in the first, Ladd, Dalcall, and Prince. First, second, and third lines. Getting it done. Let's do this. Third period. Can we hold on? A little bit more insurance would certainly be nice. I'm not going to say the name of the guy who hasn't really showed up yet for Tampa because I'm scared to death he'll get a hat trick in the next 3 seconds. That wasn't the guy I was thinking of. But Nemesnikov ties the game up, and we are going to overtime for the first time in this series. God damn it. God damn, I knew we were going to need that insurance, and it's Vlad Nemesnikov with the goal. Pretty much even in shots, even on the scoreboard. Let's do this. This is a gigantic overtime here in Game 3. Next goal wins it. Next goal gives their team the lead in this series. Halfway through the overtime, who's it going to be? Who can it be now? Who can it be? Is it going to be anybody else? Could it have been anybody else? John Tavares, the captain, gets it done again. My God, he has been amazing for us in this postseason. 7:38 remaining in overtime. And John Tavares wins it for us again. Callahan, the first star of the game, with 2 assists. I'm not really sure why, but he is. And it's very weird to me, but I don't care. Who cares about 3 stars when you have a 2-1 series lead? And now we go to Game 4 here in Tampa with a chance to really take a commanding lead in this series. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. First period. Can we finally have a good first period in this series? And it's not terrible. Not ideal either. Nemesnikov with the opening goal. Kucherov scores under a minute later. But then Travis Hamonic, just over a minute later, after that, about a minute and a half later, gets a goal. And then Matthew Barzal, with 38 seconds to go, ties this game up. We were outshot 16-8. They doubled us up in shots. But we walk out of the first period with a tie game. Those goals by Hamonic and Barzal are absolutely huge. We don't deserve to be tied after being doubled up in shots, but I will take it. Second period, can we take the lead? And we can. Oh my God. Calvin DeHaan complaining about ice time, but getting it done. That was absurd. They only had 2 shots. We outshot them 12-2 in the second period. And Calvin DeHaan gives us the lead. What is going on? They outshot us 16-8, and now the shots are 20-18. Unbelievable. And that sets up this third period, and Braden Coburn, 31 seconds in, ties this game. But Ryan Strome, you beauty, gets us the goal back. Halfway through the third period, it is a 4-3 lead. Can we hold on this time? 3 minutes to go. Can we hold on? And we can. The New York Islanders have bounced back after losing Game 1. We've taken 3 straight games. We're going back to Brooklyn for Game 5. Coburn's goal 31 seconds in, very concerning, but Ryan Strome gets the game winner. That was an unreal game. They just killed us in the first period, but we come back to get it done. 2 points for Hamonic, 2 points for Barzal. And again, he's only an 83 overall, but he is getting it done for us. I don't know why he went up to an 85 and then dropped back down, but things are looking very, very good for the Islanders here. Barzal's still just an 83. He has 10 points in this postseason. Ladd with 5, Strome with 7, and then John Tavares, 18 points thus far. I won't take a full look at the point total yet. We'll do that if things go our way, or even if they don't at the end of this episode. If they don't go our way, we'll take a look then. But back-to-back 4-3 finals. We return home. We return home for Game 5 with a chance to end this series. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Can we seal our spot in the third straight cup final? The Islanders dynasty may not be over yet. First period, though, in game number 5, we have to close out the Lightning. Can we do it here? Let's see what happens, and it is scoreless. Pretty even in shots. Second period, can we take the lead? And we do. The captain again with a gigantic goal. Dead even in shots, but we have a 1-0 lead heading into this third period. Let's do this, boys. We need a little bit of insurance. That's why Andre Palat with the goal on Ben Bishop, 2:59 into the period. We are tied, but we're not tied anymore. Johnny Boychuk, you hero. Holy shit. 6.5 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Oh my God. And we can. Johnny Gaudreau with the insurance. And for the third straight season, the New York Islanders are going to the Stanley Cup final. Johnny Gaudreau and Johnny Boychuk seal the deal in the third period. Absolutely unbelievable. 29 saves for Ben Bishop. 3 points for Gaudreau. 2 points for John Tavares, the captain. And that is unreal. 9-1 record as they started this series. Or excuse me, an 8-1 record as they started this series. They take game 1, and then we win 4 straight games. The Islanders are going back to the final for the third straight year. Is it the most dramatic series? Maybe not, because this team just keeps winning. Michael Dowcall, look at that. He and Tavares are just tearing it up. 17 points for Dowcall, 20 points for John Tavares, and Johnny Gaudreau with 16. Absolutely incredible. Andrew Ladd only with 5 points so far in this postseason. Barzal still at 10 and 7 for Ryan Strome. 9 points for Anders Lee. I think it was the right decision keeping him over Brock Nelson. Cizikas with 5. Shane Prince with 5. And then Fleischmann, 2 points so far since we called him up. 6 for Zach Smith and 3 for Parento. And like I said in the last episode, if we were in trouble offensively, I could easily take out anyone in that bottom 6 and call up Josh Hosang, who, my God, he hasn't been playing because Bridgeport's been out of the playoffs since the first postseason episode. He's gone up to an 83. I don't know why, but he has. We could easily, my God, he has 99 shot power for both shots. He could easily, he'll probably be on the NHL roster next year. His skating's unreal. I mean, we could easily call him up right now. I'd want to get him on the third line because he's a right-handed shot, and we lack right-handed shots. So, I don't know. Do we keep the team the way it is because we're just firing on all cylinders? Or do we switch it up? Like I said, if we call up Hosang, these are the lines I would probably go with. I'd probably go with Shane Prince over here, Lee and Hosang, and then Smith, Cizikas, and Parento. But you guys let me know there what we should do. I don't know. I want to get Hosang in here, but do we mess with success? The defense, Nick Leddy, 5 points thus far. Johnny Boychuk with 8. 2 points for Ham Hughes, but he's got a solid plus-minus. 5 for Hamonic. Dahan with 2 points. And 2 points for Ryan Pulak. He's still just locked in at an 84. I don't think he's going to become the monster that he was for the Islanders in the Vancouver series. And then, of course, Ben Bishop, a .933 save percentage. If he keeps that up, we are going to find success for our team. That's all I can say. The question is now, though, we've stalled long enough. Who's it going to be? And it is the Calgary Flames. I am nervous as hell here. I am spamming the B button. Don't you sim past game one. Okay, thank God. It is the Calgary Flames. They overcame the Colorado Avalanche. My God. So in the next episode, it is the Stanley Cup Final for the third straight year. Sean Monahan and the Calgary Flames take on Johnny Gaudreau and the New York Islanders. They swept the Avs. Unbelievable. Guys, that'll do it for this episode. As always, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit that like button to help support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series. And I will see you guys in the next episode where we go for the three-peat.